Hi, today's date is June 4th, 2021. For today's video source inspection, we're filming a fully refurbished 270S model SRD with a 102 controller. Before I open the door, I'll read off my customer's PO number since we're not sharing their identity. That would be 6000159924. The recipe we'll run today is a 60-second rinse at 600 RPM, followed by a 10-second purge at 1800. We'll stay at 1800 RPM for dry 1 for 90 seconds before we slow it down for the final 230 seconds at 600 RPMs. Okay, so let's open the door. We have N2 purging into the bowl. We have a full cassette of wafers. We're running a low profile cassette, A190-60M Integris model. We're going to run a recipe today and show the functionality of this SRD. I'm going to provide some details on our refurbishment process, our spare parts and service support, as well as equipment we provide at SciTech. Please note, we do take COVID-19 seriously at SciTech. I just take the mask off for the video. Everyone in this building is masked up. It's very difficult to understand us if we're wearing a mask and talking. You can't read the lips and just kind of muffles things. So no mask for me, but my cameraman and everybody else have one. So let's begin. All right, we're in our rinse. When we switch over to our purge, the water's kind of waterfalling down right now on the window. It'll start to more swirl. And then as the recipe continues and continues, there will be less and less and less water as we move along. So we are about to speed up now, and the water will start swirling. Circular motion. So as you can see, this SRD is quiet and smooth and running great. Every SRD that comes to SciTech for refurbishment goes through the same extensive refurbishment process. First, we take the tool and break it down to the component level. From there, we chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts, as well as inspect and test all individual parts for function. Once all parts are prepped, that's when the head assembly, which you see before you today, this is the head assembly configuration, no poly, is built from the ground up. Once we build up the SRD head assembly, that's when it is placed into our first QC checkpoint, which we like to call dry test. Once the tool passes dry test, it's placed into our second QC checkpoint, which is called wet test. Now the difference between dry test and wet test is, in dry test we inspect and test the SRD without facilities installed, but in wet test we do have facilities installed. Oftentimes this configuration is what you'll see in wet test, 100% of the time actually. But today we're in final test and you see the same configuration. That's because the customer just pulls the head and ships it to us like so. No poly. That being said, our last QC checkpoint is final test, which you see before you today. On our YouTube channel, you'll see double stacks, bare head assemblies. You'll see 480 models, which is a poly on one cart for a single head. Just take a peek around and see what else we have on the SRD front. So in final test, in addition to filming this video source inspection, we also run over 50 various process recipes, and we like to call that burn-in testing. This ensures our SRDs are ready for plug-and-play installation into our customer's fab. Okay, just doing a little heat check. Yep, we are heating up. All right, and we are in our dry 2. Let's go ahead and talk about spare parts and service. SciTech is the worldwide leader in semi-tool spare parts and service, as well as Vertec SRD spare parts and service, as we purchased Martech a few years back and are now the OEM for Vertec SRDs. Vertec SRDs are a tool set that we also perform full system refurbishments on. So if you ever need a Vertec SRD, we can help you out there too. So, as the worldwide leader in spare parts and service for semi-tool SRDs, we provide 100% of the spare parts and repairs needed to upkeep your SRD. Repairs include rotor balances, motor repairs, controller repairs such as 101, 102, 228, and 328, amps including the LC4 and LC5s as well. We do have a direct replacement for the PSC 101 and 102 controllers for F and S model SRDs. It's called the Slick Device Controller. On our YouTube channel, I think the video is pinned, so you can see our company president, Jim Mullaney, do a full demonstration on the controller and really get down into the nitty-gritty. And 2 cost savings. Anti-static monitoring, which prevents particle issues in fabs and saves people. You can monitor your heater elements. You can go into maintenance mode and test out all your valves without even running a recipe. It's great. So, other parts we provide: start switches, stop switches, door seals, windows, solenoid valves, ACR valves, N2 filters, anti-static modules, pressure switches. That's the 8 psi and the 20 psi, rotor stop positioners, or like I'll say at the end of this video, RSP for short, tack sensors, then all the big components I mentioned: rotors, motors, controllers, amps. We provide those too in new or refurbished condition. If you have any questions, call us at 916-797-9000 and we'll connect you with the proper sales rep. So let me take another peek. We have about a minute left. Let's talk about equipment. Obviously we can provide SRDs, Semi-Tool and Vertec, but that's not all we can do. We can provide box washers such as the HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030. Mask cleaners, including the KNS and Ultra T models. We actually have one right next to our SRD today in final test. Metrology tools, including profilometers, ellipsometers, resistivity, and more. We provide barrel ashers and etchers, YES ovens, as well as a variety of microscopes too. As you can see, we're also a leader in all wafer fab equipment for the wet process area, not just SRDs. We can help you in a multitude of ways. To view our catalog, visit www.sitechprocess.com. We also provide the spray solvent tools. That's one I didn't mention. I'm sure there's plenty more that I also didn't mention. So if you want to see the complete listing, visit our website. You can submit a formal RFQ through our website or email us directly with any questions or RFQs at sales@sitechprocess.com. Okay, recipe's over. Not safe to open the door. Waiting for the RSP to fire into the 12 o'clock position, then the door seal to release all air. I opened this early. We caused damage. RSP's fired. Alrighty. So there's a little delay. You don't want to open it too early. See, I almost got impatient there. Alright, we got warm N2 purging into the bowl. Residual droplets of water in the bowl. This is good. We do not want our bowl to be bone dry, especially when you're not running anti-static. This customer does not run anti-static. The cassette is warm to the touch. Full boat of wafers. I see 0 drops of water. So this SRD has passed final test. Our customer is going to be very excited to reinstall this into their fab. If you have any questions, our phone number is 916-797-9000, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.